What if I told you there's a single number that might just unlock the future of, well, everything, from education to the very security of the internet, and maybe even the secrets of human consciousness itself? In this explainer, we're going to follow a very mysterious numerical thread that ties together three worlds that seem like they have absolutely nothing in common.
So our story kicks off right here with this pretty startling prediction from back in January 2026. Think about that. Up to a quarter of all colleges could just disappear. But according to our first source, this isn't just about money or enrollment. It's a symptom of a much, much deeper problem.
And that problem, as our first source sees it, is all about how we measure what a human being is actually worth. It's an issue that has its roots deep in the worlds of education and business. You see, the argument is that our entire system, from the first day of kindergarten all the way to the corner office, is basically running on an old, outdated factory model. We're completely obsessed with measuring inputs, things like how many hours you sat in a classroom, instead of the actual real-world skills and capabilities people walk away with.
This is where it gets really crazy. The source claims that what we typically measure, your knowledge, your skills, that's only one of 7 dimensions of what makes you, you. That means we are literally ignoring 86% of a person's value. We're trying to run the world with only 14% of the data.
So what exactly are we missing? Well, according to this source, it's all the stuff that truly matters. Things like your emotional intelligence, your ability to build trust, your power to lead and inspire a team, your creativity to come up with brand new ideas, and that deep sense of purpose that gets you out of bed in the morning. These other 6 dimensions, they're basically invisible to the way we measure things now. Now, to try and quantify all this, the source lays out this really fascinating mathematical framework. It suggests that inside each of those 7 dimensions, there are also 7 depths of mastery you can achieve and 7 stages of personal growth. It's a way of mapping the entire complex reality of a human being.
And when you multiply all of that out, 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, you get this number, 2,401. According to this framework, that is the true complex measure of a person. Now hold on to that number. Seriously, don't forget it.
Okay, now we are going to make a hard pivot. I mean, a really hard pivot. We're leaving the world of human potential and jumping right to the bleeding edge of global cybersecurity. And you might just be surprised by a number we find waiting for us there. So, in February of 2026, Google sounded a global alarm about a threat they called Store Now, Decrypt Later. It's basically this. Hostile nations and groups are stealing enormous amounts of encrypted data right now. We're talking government secrets, financial records, your private messages, everything. They can't read it yet. They're just hoarding it, waiting for the day they get a quantum computer powerful enough to crack it all wide open. But just look at the timing here. It's pretty wild. Google sends out its huge code red warning in February 2026. But 2 months before that, a tiny, little-known research lab quietly filed a patent that claimed it had already solved the whole problem. This thing, Patent 65, it describes a revolutionary new kind of security. Think of it like a digital fortress with 4 massive walls, or shells. Each layer is built with different stuff, a mix of international encryption tech, and, for the final, outer wall, 7 different algorithms specifically designed to stop a quantum computer in its tracks. The whole system's design is based on this elegant but incredibly powerful mathematical idea. To get a message through, you have to pass through one of 7 gates at the first wall, one of 7 at the second, and so on for all 4 walls. So the total number of possible paths through this fortress is 7 to the 4th power. And what does 7 to the 4th power equal? You guessed it, 2,401. This system creates over 2,000 unique, independent cryptographic pathways. And just like that, the exact same number from our human value framework shows up in the most unlikely place imaginable. So, what's going on here? Is this just a random, bizarre coincidence? Or is there some deeper pattern connecting how we think about our own value with how we protect our most important secrets? Well, a third source we looked at, a book called the 2041 Dictionary, makes a bold claim. It is absolutely not a coincidence. It argues that this number is actually a fundamental blueprint that's woven into the very fabric of reality. The book lays out this grand, unifying theory. It proposes that this 2,401 pattern shows up again and again across biblical prophecy, in theoretical physics, and in studies of human consciousness. It's almost like a universal operating system. And this is where the theory gets really wild. The book actually connects these 2,401 aspects of consciousness to the prophetic figure of 140,000 people from the book of Revelation. The math they lay out suggests that if each of those 140,000 people embodies around 60 unique aspects, the entire system of 2,401 is covered, with an absolutely staggering 3,600 times the redundancy. Okay, so let's just pull all of this together for a second. We have one single mathematical pattern, 7 to the fourth power, 2,401, and it's surfacing in three domains that, on the surface, could not possibly be more different from each other. So on the left, you've got a model for understanding the 2,401 complex parts of human potential, way beyond what a simple test score can tell you. In the middle, you have a cybersecurity fortress with 2,401 pathways to defend against the ultimate digital threat. And on the right, a spiritual map outlining 2,401 aspects of consciousness. It's the same blueprint, the same number, being applied to business, technology, and spirituality. And that leaves us with one final and kind of mind-bending question. What does it all mean? What are we supposed to make of it when a single mathematical pattern seems to describe the future of education, the security of our entire digital world, and a roadmap for spiritual awakening? Is it all just a fluke of math, or have we stumbled upon some fundamental pattern that governs how things work, whether it's in a human soul, a digital network, or the universe itself? What we measure, what we protect, and what we believe might all be connected by just one number.